Guys, we're back. Welcome back to the Trade Fitness Podcast. It's been a little bit of a while, to be honest with you. It's been far too fucking long since I've been sat here talking to you tradesmen, giving you a hell of a load of fucking value to take away, implement for yourself, whether that be on site, whether that be at home, whether that be buying back more time for your friends, your family, your fitness, or just generally. The reason that I am filming this video today is because it is, date-wise, guys, it's we don't actually know what it is. I can't find my calendar on my phone, those of you who are watching. It's Friday the 9th of May, which means summer is officially coming, by the way. Summer is well on its way now. Summer is fast approaching. And that means, for those of you guys that are listening to this, it means that the sun is out. I just took my dog for a lovely walk in the sunshine. And the sun was beaming, the sun was shining. And I walked past a few lads on a roof, roofers obviously, and they had the shirts off, they had the high vis on. And that reminded me of what life was like 2 years ago. I was like, holy shit, like that is what it's like. Everybody takes their fucking shirt off. Everybody wears the high vises. Everybody wears the high vises unless you're overweight and you're unhappy and you're kind of like, oh God, I don't want to wear my high vis. So that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. So yeah, welcome back to the Trade Fitness Podcast. Just moving forwards, I'm going to hope to bring you guys at least one episode per week. Obviously, yeah, one episode per week. So obviously check out the link in my bio on Instagram and that will be updated there every single week, guys. But I want to give you some practical. We're going to try and keep this one short and sweet. We're going to come back with a fucking bang. And I want to give you guys some practical tips and tricks. Practical fat loss tips and tricks. Practical fat loss hacks that you can implement fucking right now from today to what? To lose body fat, to get yourself into a position where you feel happier, healthier, more content with what you're looking like in the mirror. Your missus is happier with what she's seeing, and you just damn right don't feel so embarrassed taking your shirt off on site, or you've probably got a summer holiday booked. And right now you're probably thinking, Joe's right. Last year I went on holiday and I sat by the pool and Barbara, my missus, whatever your missus is called, Barbs, let's call her Babs for today's purposes. Babs was taking photos of me and I was begging her not to put them on Facebook. I was like, Babs, don't put them on Facebook. I hate the way I look. And that's what we're working towards today, guys. I don't want you going another year where you look at yourself in the mirror and you know that you're capable of more. You know that you hate the way that you look, but you haven't done anything about it. So I'm going to give you some practical tips and tricks today, right now, that you can implement to no longer hate the way you fucking look, to feel happy, to feel content with what you see in the mirror, guys, and start losing that body fat, because yeah, you will be wearing your high vis very, very soon. You will be taking your shirt off. It's getting warmer. I'm sat here in a t-shirt. So yeah, it's getting warmer. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to split it into two different sections, okay? First one, talk about thirst, guys. Those of you watching, I've got a lovely iced coffee that I just made, homemade. First one, we're gonna split this down into two parts. I'm gonna give you some practical diet tips, and I'm also gonna give you some practical training and general like movement tips and tricks that you can implement, guys, to make sure that you are losing and pulling off body fat as fast as you can in the lead up to summer, guys, because summer is fast approaching. Okay. So first and foremost, diet-wise, we're going to talk about the most important thing when it comes to diet, the most important thing when it comes to losing body fat, the most important thing when it comes to fucking getting lean, pulling off fat, building muscle, maintaining muscle. And that is calories. Calories in versus calories out. Better be careful how I say this. I had somebody say to me the other day, Joe, I don't want to track calories. The truth is, I haven't got time to track calories. Not tracking calories makes me think, fucking, I might as well just rather not eat. Like, I can't be asked for that shit. And I was like, I mean, let's call him John for argument's sake. I was like, John, truth is, you're saying that you haven't got time to track calories. All you need to do to weigh out your food is realistically get a set of scales and stick it under your bowl. If you're having cereal in the morning, get a set of fucking scales, stick it under your bowl, and pour the fucking cereal on it. It takes, dare I say it, like 4 seconds more. So those of you guys saying, I haven't got time to fucking calorie track, it's bullshit, okay? You're making excuses again. One thing I will say is the goal isn't for you to calorie track for the rest of your life. The goal isn't for you to calorie track for the rest of your life. It isn't. But the goal is to get you to a point where you're educated enough that you don't have to calorie track. And the truth is, like, if we're talking about somebody who's good at their job, let's talk about bricklayers, for example. If you're a bricklayer, somebody, a quantitative surveyor, or somebody is working out how many bricks you need, right, for that day at work. How many bricks you need, how many bricks you're going to lay that day. Or if you're a Sparky, my boss used to wing it a little bit, but I used to say, come on, like, we need to know, we need this many lights, we need this many plug sockets, back boxes, whatever. And truth is, many times with one of my old employers, we used to turn up and we used to wing it, and we used to run out of materials and lights and plug sockets, whatever, downlights. And the job didn't go to plan. We were sat there fucking being paid. Like, don't get me wrong, it was good, but we were being paid on his side of things. We were being paid and we weren't doing anything because we didn't have the materials. So if you're trying to lose body fat and you're not tracking your calories, truth is you're being fucking inefficient and you're just making excuses, shit excuses. If you want to lose body fat, you need to be like, you need to have an idea what you're fucking putting in your mouth. And I get a few guys say to me, well, my missus cooks healthy meals. And I'm like, with all due respect, I want you to eat with your family. That is what it's about. It's about you eating with your family and your kids in the evening. But truthfully as well, although your missus might cook, quotation mark for those of you watching, healthy food, there's probably oils in there. It's not tracked. Like, you don't know what you're eating. So respectfully, for like 8 weeks, for 12 weeks, just fucking track what you're eating, see results, and then you can go back to normal. And what I mean by normal is you'll be more educated on portion sizes and stuff like that. But guys, you need to be tracking. So calories is the most important thing. A lot of people worry about protein, carbs, fats, this, that, fucking meal timings. The truth is you need to be working out how many calories you consume. If you want access, while we're talking about this, to my calorie calculator, which will work it out for you, send me a message on Instagram or whatever. Just put like CC or Cal or calorie calculator, something like that, and I'll send it over to you. And it'll actually calculate exactly how many calories you need across the course of the day. Otherwise, you can go to, I think it's www.calculator.net, I believe, and it'll ask you for a few different bits and pieces like your height, your weight, and stuff like that. But truth is, guys, so many of you are worried about the finer details, and the finer details do not matter when it comes to making progress. The one thing that's going to get you to lose body fat and feel happier, healthier, more confident, more comfortable in yourself is calories. Calories in versus calories out. You need to be consuming less than you're eating on the course of a day. Second of all, don't worry about carbs and fats. We want to be worrying about protein. Why? Because the more protein you eat, number one, it's filling, it's very satiating, it's very fulfilling. But number two, it will help you retain and maintain lean muscle mass. From a scientific standpoint, without blowing your fucking brains off, the more lean muscle mass you have, guys, the greater your metabolism, which essentially means, in simple terms, the more food you can eat and lose body fat. Nobody wants to be starving themselves, feel hungry all the time to lose weight. If you can eat a lot of food and lose weight, win-win. So calories in versus calories out. Calculate how many calories you need to lose weight. Subtract like 200. So if your maintenance, let's say, is 2,000, subtract 200, that's 1,800. Follow that for 2 weeks. Be honest with yourself. Be consistent. If you don't follow it, fucking you're letting yourself down. Be honest. If you've stuck to it, you haven't seen weights drop off, take another 200 off that total next week and follow it again, and keep making the changes needed. In terms of protein, again, protein, if you're nailing your calories, only when you're nailing your calories do you want to worry about protein. Protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight or 2.2 grams per kilo. If you weigh 100 kilos, you want to be having roughly 220 grams of protein. Again, don't fucking worry about it until that you've nailed your calories. But if you can honestly tell me, look me in the eye, like I'm looking at the camera down the lens at the minute, down the barrel, that you're following your calories, guys, then worry about protein, because that will help keep you full. That will mean that you can eat more, maintain more muscle, and you won't have to lose as much body fat, because if you have more muscle, as you lose body fat, as you lose weight, you'll look leaner because you actually have more muscle and you won't just look like skin and bone, okay? My other top practical tips in terms of diet-wise is you want to be prepping. And is meal prep essential? No. But is it going to make your life easier? Yes. I've got an example. I don't know if he'll be listening to this. I've got a client named Alfie, okay? Alfie fell off the wagon last week. I didn't hear from him for a few days. I chased him up. He got back to me and said, Joe, I've fallen off the wagon. I didn't prep on Sunday and everything went to shit. And I said, Alfie, that's why I tell you to prep. I don't just say it for the fucking sake of it. If you're prepping, like, it's not essential, guys, but it will make your life easier. The same as if you pre-order the materials going to site. It makes your life easier, right? Because you know what you need when you get there on site on a Monday morning. So prep. It takes the thought process out of it. It means that you're not fucking stopping at the shops because you haven't got anything to eat, buying crisps, buying chocolate. Just take your food with you Monday to Friday. And this brings me on to the next point, is that at the week, so Monday to Friday, I would recommend following a plan, tracking your food. And at the weekend, guys, have a little bit more flexibility. And what I mean by that is Like if you want a donut at the weekend, have a donut, subtract 200 calories somewhere off your meal plan. Like just you've got more time. Okay. So just quickly, if we're following a meal plan during the week, you know how many calories you're consuming. For example, if you've got a meal plan set up for 2,000 calories and you follow it, you know you're eating 2,000 calories. At the weekend, you've got more time. You've got more spare time to fuck around tracking calories. You haven't got that time in the week. So have more flexibility at the weekend and track calories. For example, if you go for a Nando's, look at the menu and it's 1,200 calories. Just take that off whatever you'd normally eat, okay? So that's my top tip. Calories over anything, then protein. You should be meal prepping as a practical tip. And my top tip for sanity is to have a flexible approach at the weekend, okay? And what I mean by that is track your calories at the weekend, have more of the foods that you enjoy. And by having more of the foods you enjoy, you're going to make your life a hell of a lot more bearable, and you're actually going to want to stick to it. That's the biggest struggle I see people saying, I'm bored of my fucking diet plan. It's because you're not including the foods you enjoy, guys. So that's my top diet tips. And then ever so quickly training-wise, how to lose body fat fast coming up to summer. Number one, you hear it everywhere, but it's true, it's right, it works. 10K steps. As a tradesman, 10K steps, 10,000 steps should be achievable and realistic for you. Okay? So I recommend that you do that. You follow that. You hit 10,000 steps, whatever happens. My other top tip for this, what I suggest to my lads on the program who I work with on our elite one-to-one program is go for a, let's round it up, 16-minute walk every single morning. Get up, leave your phone at home, walk 8 minutes in one direction, stop, turn, walk 8 minutes back in the other direction. That's the best tip I can give you. Like 15 fucking minutes is all you need extra out of your day. That will, number one, start the day off with a win. You'll build dopamine, serotonin. You'll feel fucking good about yourself, and that will spur you on to want to do more. If you start the day with a win, guys, even something so simple, like with my business clients, I'm like, cool, non-negotiables, we make our bed first thing in the morning. We're not cleaners, but it sets yourself up for success. You're doing something. You're starting the day off with a win. Start the day off with a win. Don't get out of bed. Don't snooze your alarm and think, fucking hell, it's an uphill battle. Start the day with a win, guys. So 15, or should we say 16-minute walk in the morning, 8 minutes in one direction, 8 minutes in the other direction, guys. That's probably one of the biggest simple hacks that I can give you that will change your life. Aim for 10K steps. Don't bullshit me and say you can't get it. I was an electrician and I used to hit 10,000 every single day. Implementing practical tips like if you go to the gym, park in a spot further away instead of sitting down at lunchtime. If you actually have lunch, go for a 5-minute, go for a fucking 10-minute walk. Stop, turn around, come 10 minutes in the other direction. Just practical things like that, guys, can make a hell of a difference to you hitting that step goal. Don't underestimate steps as well. 10K is not the magic number, but it is a number that will help you moving forwards. It is a number that will help you achieve your fat loss goals. Okay? Moving more. And what I mean by that is training. Ideally, if you can resistance train, weight train 3 times a week, brilliant. If not, just training. Like any kind of training. Some of my lads say to me, Joe, I wasn't able to get to the gym and do legs today. I wasn't able to do this. I wasn't able to do that. And one thing that I say to them is, dude, realistically, I couldn't give a fuck whether you've done legs or fucking biceps. You're not a bodybuilder. The most important thing for you is that you're doing something. And doing something, again, builds momentum, builds resilience, builds strength, and it gives you that drive to continue and carry on and move forward. So do something 3 days a week, minimum of half an hour sessions. Run, jog, walk, bike, boxing, swimming, playing tennis with your kids, whatever it is, guys, especially now the sun's shining. Get out, do more, okay? So I think we're going to round it up there. I've given you plenty of practical tips and tricks there that you can use to lose body fat very quickly coming up to summer. So just to kind of recap, number one, work out your calories. Message me calorie calculator, or fucking just say, Joe, give me your calorie calculator, dude, and I'll send it to you. Or go online, www.calculator.net, I believe it is. Work out how many calories you need. Subtract 200 from your daily calories and follow it religiously for 2 weeks. If you haven't seen changes, subtract another 200 off. Make sure you're hitting your calories. When you've hit your calories, aim for protein. When you've hit your protein at 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, like you haven't got to worry about carbs and fat, guys. Just protein and calories is enough. Prep during the week. Have flexibility at the weekend. Training, 10K steps per day, 15 to 16 minute walk in the morning if you want to round it up. and move more. Do actual regimented movement and exercise a minimum of 3 times per week, half an hour. And when you're doing this exercise, guys, make sure it's enough to actually get your heart rate up. Don't just be sitting in there texting. Like, actually make sure that you are working hard for that half an hour to hour that you're in there. Okay? If you're a tradesman, you want tailored help coming up to the summer and you want somebody to work out all this jazz for you and actually hold you accountable, guys, because the biggest thing that I see people fall down, fail, and do not succeed is the fact that they don't have anybody to hold themselves accountable. A day gets busy at work and they fall off the bandwagon, they fall off track. So if you've got somebody actually holding you accountable, it's a hell of a lot easier. So if you do want information on my one-to-one coaching, you want help, you want more information on prices, packaging, exactly how I can tailor a plan around you, message me on Instagram, DM me, Tradie, for info, whatever. Okay, just reach out, ask for help, and I will guide you down the path of helping you get into shape for holiday. So you haven't got to sit by the pool and beg Babs not to take photos of you and put them on Facebook. Hopefully you found it useful, guys. Implement those top tips, and we'll be back next week with another banger of an episode on the Trade Fitness Podcast. We'll love you and leave you. Thank you very much.